Alok, if you can hear me, just give us a few more details of what does that feedback form really entail?
Well, I can very much hear you, Sonal. The feedback form is actually something that every worker who's coming in to meet Priyanka Gandhi has to fill. Now, it starts out with the usual details, naam bataiye, pitaji ka naam bataiye, ghar ka pata bataiye, and all of that. Then it goes into interesting stuff, which is asking every person to name their caste and their subcaste. Now, of course, this is not the first time the Congress has done so. In Madhya Pradesh also, when their leaders were meeting with party workers, they had asked them to fill out forms that included details of caste and subcaste. But this time what is interesting in UP is that they have also asked all these workers about their social media presence, particularly their WhatsApp details and also their Twitter handles. If these workers have WhatsApp numbers or WhatsApp groups, and if they have Twitter handles, they are being asked to list them out basically. And they're also being asked for suggestions on how the party can be strengthened in Uttar Pradesh. I think there are two things that are interesting here. One, the fact the Congress party also recognizes that in a state like UP, they have to have a significant social media presence, if they have, to create an impact and a buzz around their party. This is something that the BJP has done very well. They have lakhs of WhatsApp groups that have been operational since pre-2014 and they've only added the bulk to these WhatsApp groups in the last some time. So that is the kind of challenge that they are facing. And even on Twitter, the BJP is far more active, at least in Uttar Pradesh, than the other parties. The Congress is playing catch-up, and that's why perhaps they want these details from party workers so that they can also evolve an effective social media strategy. About the caste and subcaste bit, perhaps, it is a reality, Sonal, that in a place like UP, without getting details of castes and subcastes, you really can't hope to win an election. So that's what they're trying to do, I guess, get all of these details in and look at the kind of support base that they can hope to aspire for in the Lok Sabha poll.
And Alok, today is day 3 of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra in Lucknow. What's going to happen and what can we expect out of that?
Well, she's already here, Sonal, at the party office. In fact, maybe at a later stage you can play out the chat that I did with a few people who met with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. And they said that, they were not booth-level workers, interestingly. They were people who were part of a delegation who wanted to press for some demands related to a pension issue for them. But they say that Priyanka Gandhi and Jyotiraditya Scindia both took out time for them and met them for close to 15 to 20 minutes and assured them that their demands will be made a part of the manifesto that the UP Congress releases for the Lok Sabha polls here. So it's interesting to see that Priyanka Gandhi is and Jyotiraditya Scindia are not only meeting with their own party workers and booth-level workers, but they are also aiming to meet with a host of other people who are coming in, trying to meet with them to press for their demands, because they realize that electorally, the support of all kinds of diverse and varied groups will be important for them ahead of the Lok Sabha poll.
Also, Alok, any clarity on how many seats they're looking at and what is the sort of discussion happening with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra when it comes to Eastern Uttar Pradesh? We discussed earlier that at least 8 seats is what she looked into in that marathon meeting that happened till this morning.
She actually looked into 12, Sonal. She looked into 12 seats, and these were all seats around Lucknow. Today, I believe that she's looking into seats that are a little further away towards the Nepal border and the Awadh region. For instance, Gonda, Bahraich, Shravasti, Balrampur, all of these seats. In some of those seats in 2009, the party had done very well. 2014, of course, was a very unusual election and there was an entire Modi wave here. So the Congress lost all but the Amethi and Raebareli seats. But the Congress party believes that they have a winnability factor on many seats in Uttar Pradesh, particularly in the eastern part of UP, because they have done well traditionally there. It's just that they feel that in the last 2 decades or so, they've managed to falter at the grassroots level. And that's why there is an attempt on behalf of the party and on behalf of these high-profile people who are here to once again try and revive the party at the grassroots level. All of this, of course, Sonal, is easier said than done. And the challenge really is very huge for not only for Priyanka Gandhi, but also for Jyotiraditya Scindia. It will be interesting to see what happens beyond these meetings to justify all of the time that's being taken by the Congress in terms of media presence also in the last